Well, kids across America are caught in the middle of a mental health crisis.
That, of course, according to new reports from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and the U.S. Surgeon General as well.
But there are efforts underway in our area to meet those challenges,
including a mental wellness day that's set for D.C-Everest High School tomorrow. We had the chance to hear from a group of students there on what they're doing and why.
We've seen multiple tragedies.
A lot of people struggle with is being able to know when to ask for help and know who to ask for help.
It's hard to start the conversation.
But this group of D.C-Everest High School students aims to get people talking about mental health.
We actively are trying to help ourselves and our peers. We recognize there's a problem.
Never did that become more apparent than last November, after 2 Everest students died by suicide.
When I heard about the second tragedy that happened here, I'd gone down to just like the student services, thrown out the idea of having like peer-to-peer support groups essentially.
From that evolved a Mental Health Matters Day.
All student-driven, so the topics and everything that students will be learning about are what students said that they wanted to learn about.
42 presenters will be on hand to provide professional advice.
The anxiety, self-care, and how to help a friend.
Nationally known speaker Kevin Hines will share his mental health journey.
I had never intended to share my story after my attempt off the Golden Gate Bridge.
Hines survived his brush with death and is now on a mission to help others, talking about suicide prevention and mental wellness.
Childhood and teenage mental health was going down a rabbit hole quite before the pandemic hit. The pandemic just kind of skyrocketed it into the stratosphere, if you will.
Challenges in online learning and being cut off from friends, toxic social media interactions, plus work and family pressures left many feeling alone and anxious.
And we're forgetting to sit down and talk about, what are you dealing with mentally? What are you dealing with emotionally? And what are you dealing with physically that is affecting you in a negative way?
And he says demanding an honest answer and listening could save a life. Again, Kevin Hines will share his story with students and also the public on Thursday evening. It takes place in the D.C-Everest Senior High School in the auditorium. It opens up to the community at 5 p.m. with counseling agencies and organizations on hand, with Hines set to speak from 6 until 7 o'clock in the evening.